This is the Unity dynamic multi-target camera that I developed originally for top-down games, but now it kind of works for a lot of other stuff. Right off the bat, you'll see I have my visual debugger on. That's just so that you can kind of understand what's going on behind the scenes, how it's doing what it's doing. The goal is to keep all the targets in the perspective camera at with as much control as you possibly can have over them, and that's what the visual debugger is going to show you. See, it doesn't matter what the size of the screen is. If I change that, it changes accordingly. It'll adapt, hence the dynamic. If I change it really small, it'll also adapt to that. I just have the mouse movement for ease of use right now. This is the original intention right here, so that you can adjust it in the inspector, set it once, and you're done, and that's it. Also, what I'm doing is I'm holding down my Alt key, and I'm holding my mouse button down, and then dragging, and it's reading that and saying, okay, I'm going to move, and I'm going to pitch and yaw according to that. You can change it. You don't have to have left Alt. You could have the pause button. Let's see, where is pause button on my keyboard? Ah, there we go. Whatever you want, really. You can also change the boundaries you're working with. You can, for example, turn your maximum pitch really low, or just fix it to something like 0. Okay, so now I can't pitch at all. You can also fix the minimum distance, so you're always pretty far zoomed out. You can do that. You could fix the maximum distance. I can't really show that too easy. Hang on. There you go. Okay, so these kind of things you're probably not going to want to do. You want them to not be as bound as possible. Just within reason. You want it to be bound within reason for your game accordingly. The base buffer is just there so that the camera does not cut off half of your targets. So if I was to take this base buffer out, and you look on this section over here, take that base buffer, you see what's happening. It's taking out the buffer between the camera's field of view angle, and it takes off that offset, and now you can only see half of that character, half of the minimum or the maximum character on the left, and the minimum character on the right. I think I said it backwards. Anyways, let's put that back. The move speed is just how fast the camera is gonna try and catch up. So if I just crank that way down, it only goes to 10. That's fine. Or I crank this one down to that only goes to 20. You can change all these values, by the way, the minimums and the maximums. It'll try and just, I put these values, the minimums and the maximums, to what I believe would work best, just for games I've been working on. You can change that in code. If I crank them way up, there should be almost no delay. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little more jittery. You can see it's a little more jittery right there. Let's turn those back. Actually, it's a lot smoother. You see, it really depends what you want, what you're after. You can track different ways. You can track based off of the tag. Right here, I want to track based off of tag. Probably switch these two so that tag is up here next to tag. Or I could just track based off of the scripts. And what the script is just something I drag and drop onto whatever I want tracked. So for example, track player, don't worry about that, has the DMT tracker script on it. Really simple script. It has like 2 important lines, I guess. And it just adds itself, this other script up here. Very, very simple. But it's a little more efficient, I think, than the tracking by tags. However, you could just track by tags, or you could track by both. Let's turn off the tracking scripts. Track by tag, let me see, what do I want to, untagged? This is going to be fun. Yeah, that's not going to work, no. pretty much you track what you want to tag. So if I wanted to tag the ground, here we go. Let's tag that respawn, for example. Go back to the camera. See, respawn, there we go. Okay, so it should be tracking the ground. Oh yeah, you can't really see it because my pitch is all messed up. There we go. Hey, see, now we're tracking the ground. So that's how that works. Yeah, you don't want to do something like that typically. So tracking back to players, here we go. Track the script as well, there we go. What I like to do is just track scripts, but tracking tags is the easiest way to do it. You just change the tag, and so it's pretty simple. Then you have the access. This is really just I just put in just in case someone had to use, really. So I designed this originally for top-down games. As you can see, it would work ideally for a top-down game. Turn the pitch a little higher. Let me drag this out a little more. Okay, but you can also have it for in negative X down. So here we go. Now we can roll around the X-axis with the positive X direction being our up direction. I don't know what use you might have for this, but if you have a use for it, there you go. You can also do Z. This is not limited by traditional coordinate system. You can have this, you can make any vector you want to be the up direction. You also have to make a forward direction just because of math. But yeah, it's not too hard. It's very, very easy in the script, actually. Okay, and that's it. That's the Unity dynamic multi-target camera. Thank you.